DC might have the Dark Knight and the Man of Steel, but when you speak about the universe with the most creative superpowers, you can give the MCU a big gold medal. But being creative doesn't make you overpowered. So in this list, I want to count down some of the best superhero powers that helped our heroes in battle. Don your iron armor, even though we're not actually going to be speaking about iron armor, because we're going to head right into superhero territory. Something's tingling, and that means something dangerous is about to happen. All those people who treated Spider-Man as their childhood superhero know how much this spider sense has saved our hero from danger. I'm sorry, Norman, your glider hit you instead of Peter. Guess what saved him? Spider sense. Even though actual spiders don't have enough speed and reflexes to dodge an attack, Stan Lee decided to take things a step further and give Spider-Man the best defense system in the world. Come on, who needs Captain America's shield or Iron Man's armor when you can literally see danger coming from a mile away? Spider sense might not be important when Spidey's beating up some street thugs, but it comes in handy when handling the big bosses. You know, the Goblin and his glider, Octavius and his arms, or even the Lizard's sneaky attacks from behind. And you know what else is better? Spider sense can save Spider-Man from anything dangerous, and no one can ever label that as plot armor. Sucks to be a Spider-Man hater now, doesn't it?
Seems like I will have to teach you how to get girls.
What can't you do with super speed? Let's divert from Marvel and head a bit into the DC TV universe. The Flash has traveled back and forth in time so many times I don't even know what timeline they're living in right now. Or let's ignore all those timeline shenanigans and speak about how Flash saved the entire Justice League by running fast enough to take the clock back just a few minutes. Wait, you don't want to speak about DC? Alright, well, let's head over to Marvel then. In Marvel, we have the one and only Quicksilver, the guy who can run fast while looking cool at the same time. Now, there are two versions of Quicksilver, one in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the other in the X-Men universe. I think it's pretty much obvious who's the faster one here. Quicksilver in the MCU is pretty cool, but our guy in the X-Men universe saved every person in the mansion before the explosion, and that's something that would make Usain Bolt shed some tears. But that doesn't mean you should underestimate Quicksilver in the MCU. This guy went from Ultron's sidekick to a hero who sacrificed himself to save a kid. Now, that's epic in my book.
Next time you feel like showing off, don't.
Let's ignore the physical abilities for a moment and move on to mind games. No, not those Machiavellian mind games. I mean, doing something cool with your head. Don't understand what I mean? Then let me present to you Charles Xavier, one of the most powerful mutants in the world and the leader and mentor of the X-Men. If you want to dive into some lore, then let me tell you that Charles Xavier is an alpha-level mutant and an Omega-class telepath. What are those big words? Well, this means that he possesses the most powerful brain in existence and can snap your brain in two before you even cry for help. There are more than enough examples for this in the movies, with X-Men First Class and X-Men Last Stand being the best movies that do justice to his character. I know he might look like your average wheelchair grandpa from the outside, but his powers are what make him one of the strongest mutants in the whole world.
Holy shit!
The last thing you want is for the ant in your house to turn to the size of a dinosaur. Am I right? Yeah? Am I? Well, give them some of Hank Pym's Pym particles, and then the next thing you know, ants are the most dangerous creatures in the world. Who needs more proof when we have Ant-Man, the only hero who can shrink in size to enter a whole different realm, or grow in size and catch War Machine easier than catching a fly. Size shifting is one of the most important abilities when you're living in a world filled with superheroes and supervillains. If you think the villain is way above the power levels, you just need to shrink in size and hide in someone's closet. If you think size is the best option to defeat a villain, then just dial that meter a bit upwards, and the next thing you know, you're better than Uncle Hulk.
It's okay!
Why do you need the sixth sense, the speed force, the power to change sizes when you can just punch your way through everything? You know what they say, when words can't do the job, it's time to go with the fists. Please don't quote me on that, alright? But superhuman strength has saved our heroes many times, and it just goes way beyond Hulk's rage mode. Captain America and the Winter Soldier have survived multiple strikes because their bodies were enhanced in strength, and Captain Marvel pretty much crashed through an entire ship without getting damaged even one single bit because of her superhuman strength. And let's move back into Hulk. Marvel, I still hate you for turning Hulk from a raging giant to a funny scientist, but let's travel back in time and see the first version of Hulk now, shall we? This is the guy who fought the Abomination in hand-to-hand combat and then went on and slammed Loki back and forth like a kid's toy. Let's pray our friendly neighborhood Uncle Hulk can get back his powers sometime soon, because I'd love to see Hulk in rage mode again.
And I will not be bullied by that! Puny god.
Who needs a medic when you have a medic inside your body? You get clawed, beaten, broken, but there's always your healing power to save you. If you're a comic book fan, you know how many times Wolverine's healing powers have saved his ass, and even if you aren't a comic book fan, there's still one psychopath you can relate to. Yeah, you guessed it, I'm talking about Deadpool. This guy literally grows back his legs in Deadpool 2, and even though the process might take some time, you don't have to worry about using crutches ever again. I know on paper this might sound like a superpower from a Disney fairy tale, but apply this to the grim dark side of the Marvel Universe to see how much this power can be useful to a superhero. We all know Wolverine and Deadpool are two of the most violent heroes of all time, so give them healing powers, and the next thing you know, they're the perfect tools for revenge stories.
Wait, is that you? Stryker finally figured out how to shut you up.
Okay, so I can't really give this one a name, so I'd rather speak about the girl who wields it. Scarlet Witch is one hell of a badass in the comics, and even though both Age of Ultron and Endgame did some justice to her power levels, the real show that did justice to her was WandaVision. I mean, come on, this girl's got everything. Do you need telekinesis, energy manipulation, neuroelectronic interfacing? I know these are a ton of big words, but without diving into the spoiler territory, let me tell you that she's the girl who made a meme out of Thanos and showed him what some chaos magic would look like, so her powers definitely deserve a spot on this list. And ignoring the more powerful variants of her power, can we take a moment to appreciate her illusion skills as well? The girl sent Bruce Banner into full rage mode, and Iron Man had to sacrifice a $1 billion Hulkbuster suit to take him down. She went on and gave both Cap and Thor some bad memories, and then proceeded to rip Ultron's heart out. Do I need to go on here? No, fine, let's move on.
Don't cry. I'd love to you sometime.
You could never.
Whatever.
Once again, I can't really make a list of superpowers, so I'll define them by the person who wields it. Is Carol Danvers your overpowered isekai anime protagonist in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I'll let you be the judge of that, but what I'll talk about today is how powerful she is. She went on a journey in space searching for Tony Stark, came back right before the fight could end, and destroyed the whole ship while looking badass, and then proceeded to go on a one-on-one duel with the Mad Titan. She might have earned a punch to space, but let's pause and see Thanos' reaction when he headbutts her, and she gives a look that says, "Really? Is that all you got?" Although Thanos would be more powerful in the comics, the movie shifted the power scales in Captain Marvel's favor to show how OP she is. And come on, can't blame them, can you? Being OP in this universe is a good thing.
I like this one.
Dormammu, I come to bargain.
What if I told you an artificially intelligent red cloak isn't the only thing that Doctor Strange has up his sleeve? Anyone who watched the recent What If series knows how much of a strange power Strange wielded, and you know the guy can't be taken as a joke when he goes against a villain who holds all 6 Infinity Stones alone. But enough of What If. What can we say about Doctor Strange in the movies? Let's keep all that Spider-Verse stuff away. Yeah, this guy might be responsible for starting the whole Spider-Verse, but since we have no confirmation about it until the movie comes out, why don't we speak about the time when he came back over and over over again during his fight with Dormammu, or the way he used his magic to fight Thanos in Infinity War. Doctor Strange's magic is always something fantastic, and given the power of the Time Stone, and the next thing you know, we've got a guy who can put mad scientists to shame. His precognition powers are what foretold the only future they would win, and let's not forget how much his powers helped to keep Thanos in check.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
You're not dead, you've just been separated from your physical form.
No, he isn't the fat drinking sloth you saw in Endgame. He's so much more than that. He might not be the smartest person in the MCU, but he's definitely the strongest. Come on, this guy is a living god, a Norse god. Anyone who's read Norse mythology knows how much power these gods wield. And what would Thor be without his hammer? Mjolnir is what defines Thor. And rather than using the hammer like a good old blacksmith, Thor takes it and punches his way out of every situation. It doesn't matter if it's a fire dragon, a destroyer, or even the chaos god Surtur himself. His lightning and hammer can take them all down with one good punch. Let's not forget the hammer and lightning are the only powers Thor wields. He's got superhuman strength, speed, agility, durability, and immunity to most diseases. Once again, he's a Norse god, so what do you expect? Fat Thor might not make his powers very obvious, but the Thor that appeared in Infinity War and screamed, "Give me Thanos!" definitely proved how much power he wielded.
I'm still worthy.
So, did you get an overdose of Marvel superhero powers there? There are so many powers in the MCU, but I think these are the best. If you think I've missed something, why don't you sound up below in the comments and let me know. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. That's it for today, Marvel Gang, and I'll see you in the next video.